If you're so smart, then explain it. The billionaire CEO mocked the waitress, but suddenly she shut him up with her knowledge in just 10 seconds. Lisa was a waitress who had worked at Tony's restaurant for over 20 years. In that time, she had served hundreds of thousands of customers, including celebrities, politicians, and even royalty. But one day, she had to serve a new customer, a young billionaire tech CEO named Carl, who would soon change her life forever. When Carl first entered the restaurant, Lisa was immediately drawn to him. He was handsome, charming, and had a sense of humor that made her laugh. They quickly hit it off, and she found herself looking forward to serving him every week. But as the weeks went by, Lisa began to notice a change in Carl. He became more arrogant, rude, and dismissive of the people around him. And she couldn't help but worry about what had caused this transformation. One day, Lisa decided to confront Carl about his behavior. She told him that he wasn't being respectful to the other people in the restaurant, and that she didn't appreciate the way he was treating her. But instead of apologizing, Carl laughed in her face and said, "What do you know? You're just a waitress." Lisa was shocked and hurt by his words. She had never been spoken to so rudely by a customer before, but she knew that she couldn't let it go. She wanted to teach Carl a lesson he wouldn't forget. The next time Carl came into the restaurant, Lisa decided to put him in his place. She was serving a table of customers when Carl approached her and asked for a glass of water. "Sure thing," she replied with a fake smile. "Just 1 second." She then proceeded to ignore him and continued to serve the other customers. Carl grew increasingly impatient and started tapping his foot on the floor. But Lisa refused to acknowledge him until she was finished with the other customers. When she finally returned to Carl with the glass of water, he was furious. "I've been standing here for 5 minutes. Why did you make me wait?" he demanded. "Because I was busy," Lisa replied calmly. "There are other customers to think about besides yourself." "Oh yeah, well, what do you know?" Carl snapped back. "You're just a lowly waitress. You should be grateful that I'm even talking to you." Lisa could feel her anger rising, but she took a deep breath and tried to remain calm. "You may be a billionaire, Carl, but that doesn't give you the right to treat people like garbage," she said. "If you don't want to be treated with respect, then don't expect others to treat you that way either." Carl's face turned red with rage, but before he could respond, Lisa turned and walked away. She had had enough of his arrogant and entitled attitude, but she didn't realize that she had just made a huge mistake. As she walked away, she heard Carl shout, "You're going to regret that, waitress. I could fire you in a heartbeat." Lisa rolled her eyes. She knew that Carl was all talk and no action. He was used to getting his way by throwing money around, but she wasn't afraid of him. She had worked hard to earn her position at the restaurant, and she was ungoing to let some arrogant CEO bully her. But she was wrong. The next day, Lisa arrived at work to find the restaurant empty and a sign on the door. That it closed for business. It turned out that Carl had bought the building and fired everyone so he could turn it into a luxury apartment. Lisa was devastated. She had lost her job and her only source of income, and she had no idea what she was going to do next. As she walked down the street, she saw a group of people gathered around a smartphone store. She walked closer and saw that they were watching a live video of a man attempting to rob the store. The man was holding a knife to the clerk's throat and demanding the phones. But before he could get away, Lisa stepped in front of him. "Stop right there," she said. The robber turned around and looked at Lisa in surprise. "What do you want?" he demanded. "Let the clerk go," Lisa said calmly, "and then we can talk." The robber hesitated for a moment, then dropped the knife and threw his hands up in the air. Okay, he said. "You win. I give up." Lisa smiled. She knew that she had just done something brave and selfless, but she had no idea that she would soon pay a heavy price for it. As the police led the robber away, Lisa turned to the crowd of onlookers and saw Carl standing there with a shocked expression on his face. "Carl," she said, "what are you doing here?" Carl stammered. "I saw the whole thing, and I just couldn't believe it was you," he said. "You were so brave and selfless. I'm so sorry I ever treated you badly. Please forgive me." Lisa was taken aback by Carl's apology. She had never seen him so humble and ashamed before. "It's okay, Carl," she said. "We all make mistakes." She knew that Carl was being sincere in his apology, and she didn't want to hold it against him. After all, he had done something truly heroic by coming to her rescue. But as the days went by, Lisa began to notice that Carl was still acting strangely. He was withdrawn and quiet, and he seemed to be hiding something from her. One day, Lisa confronted Carl about his behavior. She told him that she knew he was hiding something from her and demanded that he tell her what it was. Carl hesitated for a moment, then finally broke down and told her everything. He explained that he had been struggling with a secret for months, and he had finally confessed it to the police. "What is it, Carl?" Lisa asked. "Is it something I can help you with?" "No, it's nothing you can help me with," Carl replied. "It's just something I need to get off my chest." As he spoke, Carl's shoulders slumped, and he looked defeated. "What's wrong, Carl?" Lisa asked. "Why are you so upset?" "I feel like I've been living a lie," he said. "I've been pretending to be someone I am not for so long that I don't even know who I am anymore." Lisa put her hand on Carl's shoulder and said, "You'll be honest with yourself and those around you. You'll be free." At that moment, Carl realized that Lisa was right. He needed to be honest with himself and those around him. If he wanted to be happy, with Lisa's support and encouragement, Carl began to open up and share his true thoughts and feelings with the people around him. He started to rebuild his relationships with the people he had hurt, and he began to feel lighter and happier than he had in months. One day, Carl invited Lisa to his office to talk business, explained that he had started a new company that focused on helping people be their true selves. He wanted to call it Be True. "I think it's a great name," Lisa said, "and I love the message behind it." "Wanted to ask you," Carl said, "would you be interested in working for me? You could be my partner and we could build this company together." Lisa was shocked. She couldn't believe that Carl was offering her such a prestigious position. But she knew that this was an opportunity of a lifetime. "Yes," she said, "I would love to work with you." And so Lisa left her old job and joined Carl in his new company. Together they worked hard to build Be True into a successful business that helped people around the world be their best selves. It all started with a simple act of bravery and kindness. If you're smart, then prove it. Billionaire CEO. But suddenly she shut him up with her knowledge in just 10 seconds. Do you like this kind of story? Then check out our other videos.